Chris, must have been good to get back on the pitch on Saturday at Goodison.
Yeah, it was nice to be back involved again. Obviously, it's been a pretty frustrating couple of weeks. Missing out on the games and watching on from the sideline when we're sort of struggling to put points on the board as well. You want to get out there and do your best to help, but it was nice to get back out there and obviously to get 3 points on Saturday was great as well.
Nearly marked it with a goal as well.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty much my first touch of the ball, I think, when I came on. But no, it was one of those things. Good pass from Solomon. I just tried to hit it across the keeper, and another day it might have sneaked in. But it was a long way back after. So I was more worried about running back, really, to be totally honest.
It was a great shift everybody put in though on Saturday. It was one of those proper backs to the wall games, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously we knew it was going to be tough going there, but I don't think we sort of thought it was going to be as tough as that. But credit to the lads who defended really well, and obviously Fozzie made a couple of saves when he was called upon, but I think looking back at it, he didn't really have too many great saves to make. There were ones he probably would have expected to make, and obviously you get a bit of luck when they hit the post and the crossbar in the first half. But I think if somebody had given you 1-0, you'd have snapped their hand off with Everton, and obviously we went about it the hard way. We defended for long periods, but ultimately we got 3 points and we're delighted with that.
32 points now gives you the chance maybe to look up the table rather than down the table a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a strange season. I think if you're looking over your shoulder with a couple of draws and a defeat there over the last few games, and then all of a sudden you win a game and you're looking up the table. I think you're only 6 or 7 points off 7th or 8th in the league as well, which is it's a strange Premier League this year. So it's up to us to try and keep taking over, try and keep putting points on the board, and make sure, as you say, we're looking up the table rather than down it.
Nice not to have a midweek game as well. Gives us a proper chance to prepare for Reading.
Yeah, it's been tough. Obviously, the last few weeks have really stretched the squad, and we've picked up a few injuries along the way as well, and it's been difficult to deal with. But the lads have ground out the games. I'm sure some of them have played more games than probably what they were expecting to, and obviously we've a few of the lads that hadn't had much game time this season stepped in, especially at Peterborough, and put a good performance in. So that's why you've got big squads these days in football, and we obviously, as I say, we've been stretched to the maximum over the last few weeks, but we've come out the other side of it now, and hopefully we go to Reading on Saturday and try and avoid another replay, which we're taking the long road round the cup this year, but obviously that's the way the FA Cup is.
I mean, you're a survivor of the last great cup run that we had, I suppose, which was when we got to the semi-final back in 2008, Tony Mowbray. I mean, that must be something you start to get a little bit of a sniff of now. Yeah,
I think so. Obviously we got a bit of a sniff of it last year, and ultimately the Villa game was pretty disappointing, the quarter final. But look, it was great, obviously getting to Wembley and getting to play there. But it'll be nice to get there again. But obviously it's going to be. We've proved so far in the cup games, it's not always. On paper we've probably been favourites for the two games, and it's not always as easy as people think it is. So it's going to be difficult going to Reading on Saturday, and they'll be wanting to obviously turn us over as well, being the Premier League team. So it's important we go there prepared, prepare well, and hopefully try and get the result, as you say, in the first game this time, rather than taking it back here in the following week.
Yeah, because the last time we went down there, it was a replay, and then the return game didn't turn out right for us. So yeah, I mean, we know how difficult it's going to be.
Yeah, I think the return game went the extra time, as far as I can remember as well. So obviously it's, as you say, at this stage of the season, with the amount of games we've just had as well, it's important we try and avoid that as well. But we've got to go down there and try and win the game and make sure that doesn't happen.